Showtime, baby.
You just in time, right before this. I gave you time for previews and everything. We did a whole little preview shit. Look at this. Fancy over here, baby.
Had to get
that shit dope, Oli.
I trust self, baby. We getting fancy. I was a little nervous over. We getting fancy over here a little bit for y'all. We growing.
That shit dope, boy.
Hey man, here we go. We got SheenaTamikah up there on the screen this time. We got Cook Coke on the screen. Y'all on the screen this time, yo.
You already know.
Look a little organized today. Okay. Okay. We ain't gotta look. I ain't gotta tell people your name no more. Everybody like, what's your name? So look, y'all, we gonna man, you know, this is a long week right here, man. A long week, man. We got a lot going on. We're gonna start it off with the polls, man. I'm gonna try to see if I can share this screen. How everybody week been?
Mine's been good.
Shit.
This the pose for the pose.
I gotta clean up this mess. So
they got Biden winning in a lot of states right now. Just want to brief show y'all what's going on with the polls today. In the U.S., you got Biden winning by nine plus. Then you go down to Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada. He winning a majority of all the states instead of Texas and Ohio at the moment. He's he actually doing good right now on the poll. Who y'all voting for? If y'all want to tell everybody, I don't know if y'all want everybody to know y'all business.
I'm voting for the man with the blue. That's who I'm voting for. Shit.
You can't hear me, Meek?
Can hear you now.
You can hear me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Go ahead and talk. Talk.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. Well, right now, you can hear me? Can you hear me, huh? It's internet.
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Technical difficulties, man. Y'all can hear me now? You still can't hear me, huh?
I'm back.
Okay.
You was up.
You can hear me now?
I hear you.
I'm sorry, man. Technical difficulties, man. I'm in the country, man. Work with your boy, man. Work with me. So yeah, man. How y'all feel about the polls? The polls though, right now.
I mean, like they were saying, you know, you can't really like go off of the polls because like last time, you know, we was going off the polls, which discouraged people to go to vote, but you still had the other people going to vote. So don't even worry about the polls. Just still go. If you have not went to vote, still go and vote because it could change at the blink of an eye.
So they saying certain cities gonna hold back hold the polls open after the election. I mean, not after the election, but closer to the election, so people still can vote.
Yeah, the last day to vote is November 3rd.
You said November 3rd, the last day to vote?
Yep.
So how
That's
you feel
actually
about
election day. That's actually the day to vote. Right now, everything's just early voting.
So how you feel about 50 Cent backing Donald Trump up because of the taxes?
I don't feel no kind of way. You know why? Because people gonna do what they want to do. They believe in what they believe in, and that's that. It's just a matter of if you want to support a person that doesn't believe in the same thing you believe in.
So basically, by Ice Cube going up there, you know, he had to go on CNN and stuff, and he had basically explained himself. He was like, I'm not basically talking about. I'm not saying that I'm going for no party. I'm going for whoever gonna help us. You feel I'm going with? So how you feel about that part? Because everybody killing him right now. Like he's the bad guy.
Everybody got a fucking opinion. Like everybody got an opinion, just like everybody got assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like
You said just like everybody got assholes. What?
Yeah.
What
That's what I'm saying. Everybody has an opinion. So just because you have an opinion doesn't make you.
Why do you have to use that for example?
Because that's normally what it says. Like everybody has an opinion, like everybody has an asshole. It's like a saying. But anywho, basically, like he tried to go to both parties, but he went to Biden first. Biden wouldn't see him because he's not the president. So basically, like if you could get something done now, then why wouldn't he go to the president? Like regardless of what, like he's still the president. Like who he supposed to go to?
You're right about that. That's how I feel. That's why I said because he never said he was for no party. He just said he just want. He
want better laws for us.
So look, I was trying to. I don't want to share my screen no more because. How you feel about this black? I'm about to go to the gym. I'm gonna read it to y'all, man. Let me know if I'm skipping. Say something.
Okay.
So now that we talking about the party, right? I listened to Charlamagne and Puff Daddy the other day. They had a sit down. Did anybody watch that yet?
No.
So they had a sit down the other day, and he basically, Puff Daddy ended up saying at the end of the whole conversation that they started their own party. It's called Our Black Party. So I'm like, wow, you feel what I'm saying? I'm like, well, that's kind of dope. You feel what I'm saying? Our Black Party, like that's kind of like I like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm listening to him talk. He's like, yeah, for the black people, y'all this and the third, boom, boom, boom. We need to elect people that's gonna help us. You know what I mean? Basically, it's not like a Democrat, Republican. It's not that. Or if you don't vote me in no party, you could be in any party and still be a part of it. So I'm like, all right, man, that shit sound like it's dope. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna check it out. So I checked it out some more. So I'm going through the site. I'm scanning through the site. I'm reading through the site, and it's saying like fighting to secure American promise for black people. Black people deserve candidates that will address their needs and respect their vote. Our Black Party is the manifestation of our community. Our community united towards a common goal, fair representation, strong community, supporting our work to fund and elect candidates that will fight to enhance the quality of life for all black people in America. So that's basically a sum up to how the page started up. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm scanning through. I ain't even gonna go to the left though. I'm scanning through. So I'm going down to the end and say contribution rules. So I'm like, damn, contribution rules, what the fuck going on? So he talking about you gotta be a U.S. citizen, lawful admitted permanent resident, basically a green card. Contributions made from your own funds. So I'm like, I get that part. Then they say, and funds are not being provided by me, by another person, or entitled. So I'm like, what? What you mean by that? You feel what I'm saying? So basically, you ain't taking no drug money, which I basically saying. So I was just trying to sum it up in my little words. So they say, for the purpose of making a contribution. So basically, they got to know where you're getting the money from, where it's coming from. So I guess they avoid money laundering. So that's why I guess they put it like that. They say, I am at least 18 years or older, and I'm not a federal contractor. So the federal contractor part was like, so you telling me I got a job, and I'm black, and I work for the federal government. I can't be a part of this because y'all scared that the information will go to the government. That's not part of. I don't think that's helping us. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think that's helping the people that we got going on. So I'm not hating on the site. I'm not hating on nothing nobody doing. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we gotta be mindful how we do this shit. Cause now what you basically telling me is when you go back to the top of the screen, this the second screen though I'm talking about. The first screen was basically to sign up, this and that, and the third. So then the second screen is what I explained to y'all, which I gotta do. And then at the end of it, then on the right side, it's a contribution. So I'm like, all right, bet. So they want money, so I get it. So now it's a contribution, $25, $50. I was like, damn, why you just want, I'm cool with that. $25, $50, I get it. You gotta buy certain stuff, you gotta buy flyers, you wanna get posters, I get all that. Then they go from $75 to $100 to $250 to $500 to $1,000. I'm like, who the hell getting this money? Like, what is money going to? Like, so I'm like, what party is this about? I understand back in the day they had the Black Panther Party and shit like that. I get it. That was needed. We didn't have no type of say-so really. You feel what I'm saying? So we was trying to get some type of people get us together. But this right here is like basically what you're saying is basically we basically separating again. You feel what I'm going? Like, this is why we mad at the actual people that's running a lot of shit going on because they're not letting us in. You feel what I'm saying? So now we to the point where all right, we just gonna put our foot down and just be like, all right, we're gonna have a black party, this and that. But we got a lot of other coaches that deal with us, that help us personally on an everyday basis. You feel what I'm saying? That rock with us, that don't know nobody but us at some moments of their life. You feel what I'm saying? So like I didn't really get that website. I'm not hating on the website. The website dope. It's a good idea. But it's like, damn, it's so many, like, it's so many extra little things going on that you gotta pass to be a part of this situation. By the way, that's why we got the NCAA, we got all that, not NCAA, but we got the NACCP, stuff like that. We got all them groups. So why we just didn't go to one of them groups and put more effort into these people that have been doing this shit for years? Like that been years, like holding it down for years. Now we just want to come do our own thing. Like, I don't understand that part. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, you feel me? Like, y'all want to elaborate on it a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? That's on y'all.
I think that it's kind of like excluding a lot of people.
Excluding everybody.
Like, especially like right. Like, especially ones who don't have money. You know what I'm saying?
Cause look, hold on. I don't want to cut you off. But that's the crazy part, me. When I filled it out, I'm like, well, I'm about to be a part of this shit. I'm about to send it to you. I was just about to send it to you. The next page was like, oh, you gotta contribute. So I'm like, damn, so I don't give y'all no money. I can't even sign up. Oh man, I just stopped right there. I wish I could show y'all the screen, man. I can't, you feel? I wish I could show you the screen, but I don't want to make. I'm gonna show y'all the drink, but I can't do it from here. I ain't mean to cut you up though.
You said you don't know where the money going though?
They saying the money. They don't tell you where the money going. They just say contribution, and then you gotta have a green card. So I mean, Spanish people that like, I got a Spanish guy stay there to be whatever you want to call them, Puerto Rican, whatever. For all my, then in 20-something years, like that's like my brother. You feel me? Saying Pablo. You feel me? Like, so it's like So he can't be a part of that, and he used the N word and things like, because he's my man. He like family to us. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, so he can't be a part of this because he's not black. Like I don't get that. You feel what I'm saying? Me, you gotta make it work.
That's why I said humanity. It's all about humanity, and it's like I feel like at this point everybody's getting lost in color.
I don't think they're getting lost in color. I think the people. I think a lot of. Let me say this right. A lot of people still sour on how we was treated. So
right,
instead of making a change, instead of out here making a change, they trying to find a way to go and protect us. Protect us because they know it get crooked. You feel what I'm saying? They know it get crooked. They know things. They know how it could go different ways. So that's why I said I want to watch how I'm saying it. You feel what I'm saying? But some people are still just sour, don't care, don't even care about no other culture. So it's like I get that part too. And you can't knock them. You can't knock them though. You can't knock nobody for being mad because I can't even watch a movie. I can't even watch
it ain't even about me knocking anybody for being mad. That's not even what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
I'm talking about me.
You just said, it's about us protecting us. You can't help us or protect us if you're doing stuff that we can't even afford. Like, come on, who the fuck going? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing stuff that we can't afford as Black people because you're trying to help us, that don't even make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, you getting lost in color. Like, it doesn't make sense. You looking at money we don't have, but you're trying to help us get this money, but then we can't even apply for whatever because we're not in a certain bracket. What makes you different than them? You still putting us down at the bottom too. That's the point I'm making. Humanity.
And I'm with you on that one. It's like, why gotta be money? Like, if this party is for us, it's like, is it for us to do what? Like that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, I understand the interview.
Like, still robbing the rich, giving to the poor. No, you robbing the poor, giving to the rich, regardless of what. Like, Black or white, it don't matter. They still eating off of us, but they don't want to let us in. Don't matter the color. That's what I'm saying. Humanity.
But this is a key thing too. He said, I'm funding it out of my pocket. So why the hell you want money from us? That's all I'm asking. Like, what you need my money for? You a billionaire. You feel I'm going? Like, I ain't trying to be funny. Like, why y'all can't make this? And we could be the foot soldiers like y'all do. Sinners, we posting, we doing the shit we supposed to be doing instead of y'all trying to get the bread. We want the voice, or we trying to get the money. So I get it. Like, I say for example, they got different, come like other groups do the same thing, like have a fundraisers and contributions and stuff like that. You have to do that. You feel I'm going? Right. But at this time, this part, you run and start your own thing after all these people been doing this shit for years. What about the people that have been fighting with these people for years over just our voice or our say so? To go around and do your own thing, to try to force people to come over here, that's corny.
Right. Instead of endorsing your own. But that's what I'm saying. Like, everything is money. Like, and money don't have a color. That's why I say whatever.
Yeah.
Who else is doing this joint with Puff though?
No, he ain't gonna. He's not gonna tell you the people.
Also, I thought maybe he mentioned some other partners or something.
Nah, they don't do that because you gotta think the people behind probably different race. That shit part. Real, bro. This shit real
that
out
part,
here, bro.
Right, that part right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That part right there.
I'm sure the niggas that's behind it is definitely white.
I won't say that. I would say I'm just saying we don't know.
We don't know. So it can be or it won't be, but we will never know.
You'll never find out that part.
Right.
So that's basically like, look, I'm gonna try to switch it up a little bit. So they say like, what's the thing about college putting you in debt? But whatever you do in life, you're going to be in debt. Why not just teach them the business so they can make their own decisions in their life?
You said why don't do what with the business?
I said, why you just want to teach them? I said, hold on. Why not just teach them the business so they can make their own decision on their life?
That's why I wanted to go to North Tech. I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to go to North Tech and pick up a trade I was going to do here. And that's the trade I was going to pick up at North Tech. But we wound up moving, so I couldn't finish my application at Camden Middle because I wound up going to Spencer. So, yeah, that was a whole mess. But, yeah, I agree. Like, teach a trade versus having kids go into debt when a lot of times they're going to probably be a Freemason or whatever. They're never going to use a degree, but yet we make it getting these jobs that you don't need a degree for and paying off something that we're not even using.
No, but it's a twist to that to me where I said that. I get that. You're right. But you still, if you sign up for these 6-month courses, the same thing. You still gonna be in debt because you still gotta take a loan out. You still having a chance to take a loan out. Like, but people don't understand the loan part. That's why I said people don't understand the money part. They teach you certain money situations, but they're not teaching you like which route to go in life. They just give you mad like, I do this, do that. So if you're not taking a trade, you can't go to a trade school. That's whack.
Right, but
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
you know
but North Tech was a high school, so you could take the trade. You don't have to pay. That's what I'm saying. Like they have schools, like high schools, that you could actually do a trade. You don't have to go to college for these damn courses and pay money. Is what I'm saying.
But you still got to come out and you still got to have to take some type of college course in that trade.
No, it's just like going to job corps, but it's in high school.
So you're saying when you finish, so
you finish, you can go into your trade. That's why I said they need to start doing more of that. Yeah.
You gotta get licensed.
Right.
Of course you gotta take a test, but you already have all of that, all the courses, whatever, you had it through high school. So you're just gonna pay to take your test, which is something that you will have to do anyway. But you don't have to pay all that money to go to college. When you already took, you know what I'm saying? You already did it.
I went to science high for math, so I know what you talk about. But I know what you talk about. But no, it's not. It's not like you still gotta take. You still gotta take some courses when you finish that high school. Like you do, because I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't going to science high. It's about the same. It's the same, science high, no tech. I listen to the same shit. It's all because they do more music there and shit and like acting and things like that over there. So you still gotta take some type of course or some type of training, like to that next level. You feel what I'm saying? When you do finish school, like I feel what you're saying though, Meek. Like you do gotta step ahead of a lot of people, but you still gonna be at the bottom of the totem pole anywhere you put it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're gonna need some type of experience, some type of that next degree, not degree, but some more teaching. Put it like that. If I'm saying it right, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Some more hands-on, basically. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But like you saying though, that's right. Basically, back to what we were saying. Yeah, they need to do that and like not little, but regular school, so we can't understand more about the business. Like we don't know about business until you get to college. What you want to do? I want to be in business. So that's when you start learning about business. Like that's bad. That's not. We should already establish that leaving out of high school. Leaving out of elementary school, what you want to do, so you can start freshman year. You can start getting your career right there. You feel what I'm saying? Like you say, Meek, you start there. By the time you get finished, you can decide if you want to go to school. You can decide if you want to start this shit right now. Because if you go to school, they say you get more credentials, you move up more because they're saying you understand. But it's the same way if you just learn a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's basically what I was saying about that part. Like, we need to teach more business classes. What do you feel about that, Clyde?
I definitely rather learn the business outside of school.
You went to a private school, right?
Yeah, but ain't nothing I learned in that private school help me out here in this life. But it just helped me on connections in terms of relating to people, dealing with different sets of people. Yeah, I mean, the class of people. But other than that, they ain't help me with no survival skills and none of that shit. It prepared me for sure. You know what I mean? Get me ready to take classes there. But other than that, nah. ain't nothing I'm doing right now is pulling me from high school or college. You know what I mean?
This is Jamil. This is Jamil Boy said, clap.
But see, yeah, you definitely I'd rather learn that shit outside. Like I taught myself everything, kind of, sorta. You know what I mean, I had to learn from somebody, but then once you put your own on it, then it's yours. Ain't no idea to make pizzas and all that shit, not to make dough and all them sauces. I had to learn that, but I ain't go to college. I ain't go to no culinary school or nothing like that for that.
You want to read it, me?
Gator says, here's the thing. Ice Cube, Black America playing Puff Daddy. Our Black Party, this is all good and respect what they're trying to do to help get Blacks what they deserve. Keep in mind that Trump is a businessman and he runs the America like a business. He knows nothing about politics, nor does he care. Do you see all the small businesses? I'm sorry, y'all, because I lost my glasses. I was looking for them this morning. Do you see the small business closing down because they don't have the funds to stay open? The true powers that want these businesses to close to replace them with the bag businesses are, and he got ... I don't see anything else after that.
I ain't putting nothing else into that. How you feel about that?
Basically what I said. Like, it ain't helping us. It ain't. Like, he just, our president at the time, and prayerfully he won't be come November, but he's right. He is running this like a business, and he's like a big baby having a tantrum. So basically, if he don't get in, he's basically trying to tear us down in any way he can. And it's going to take a while to undo all the stuff that he have done in these 4 years that he's been in office.
And I'm not defending Trump, and I get it, you feel what I'm saying, but it's like, you can't, people saying he's tearing it down, like, I don't want to say he's tearing it down. He's not really entertaining the right shit. You feel what I'm going with it? Like, and people don't get that part, like, it make it bad, but the crazy part about it was, look, the crazy part about it was, the same time Bush, I think something happened in 9/11, something happened, and Bush was that Bush in office? Bush was in it doing some bullshit on a golf course or some shit. But nobody wants to sit in the...
He was reading to the kids. He was reading to the kids. He was in somebody's kindergarten class.
That's right. My bad. I take that back. I was thinking that, but I was thinking both because he did some dumb shit twice. So yeah, he was reading to the kids, and the world was going into mayhem. You found going, but why? That's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't know shit about politics either. He was brought in from his family, like.
Right,
so
he knew because his family, a long list of them, was into politics. So he knew, he had the background. He was groomed for the shit. Trump don't know shit. Like, he wasn't groomed for the shit. He just motherfucker said, I'm gonna run and I'm gonna win. Like, and he said it just like that. I'm gonna run and I'm gonna win because he knew he was popular. Like, he knew he was gonna win.
Look how long ago he said that shit. So the whole time it was grooming him. You feel me? Like, it was grooming that man for this shit. He was just waiting for the right time to step up to the plate. Like, he are, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like us being black people. We don't have that option like that. Like, we can't have that option to get the bag. I'm about to step up to the plate and be the president. Like, hell no. Like, man, you better get out of here. You feel I'm going with it? Like, that's. But look how the advantage they get on just off of history. Just off of them people putting they stamp down in the world, but we got mad stamps down in the world, but they took our shit and they took over our shit, so they make it seem like we don't have shit. So that's why they push their families do a lot of this dope shit to help the world out, but we get pushed into the bullshit of just being a mayor we be satisfied with that shit. All right, I'll be a mayor. Oh, let's do it. Nah, man, that's it. Now, why we can't go up there and try that shit? Every time we go up there, they find a way. Oh, let's go back history to see what they did bad. That's all y'all want. That's all y'all gonna keep saying what we did bad. Like, ain't no way y'all gonna just keep using that for example. Oh, they doing bad. They did something back then, so they can't do it. So that's what I'm saying. That's it's crazy. Man. It's a crazy situation. I can switch it up a little bit for y'all, man. What y'all think about helping older people with mental health than helping kids with it? Which one you think needs it more?
Man, they all need it.
Man, that's a kind of tricky question. I think it starts with the parents, honestly, because the parents is so fucked up, and they was fucked up growing up, and they went through hella shit, and it's like you go through the shit. And then you fucking have kids. You're supposed to be a better parent. You be fucked up to your kids. That fucking cause your kids to have a fucking mental problem and shit. Then they grow up to being adults and be parents and be fucked up because they ain't getting the help that they needed. So I'm gonna say, shit. I'm gonna say adults so they don't fucking store that shit upon their children. And then the adult will be able to basically groom their child or kind of do some mental health steps with them in home where there don't have to be no out home or acting out situations. But I think it starts with the parents that'll be raising these fucking kids.
I mean, it definitely starts with the parents, but the kids gonna need help too. Like if older and the young people, like anybody that's dealing with the mental health stuff, definitely need some attention, man.
Of course. Of course.
And what I think about it, like you say, like I do think the adults need it. You feel what I'm saying? Because they say like that's be the issue they pass. So it's like like you say, Meek, like if you can't start with the adults, if you can't help the adults, but if you see traits in the kids, you gotta help the kids too. So it's like, who needed more? Who needed more? Yeah, the kids gonna need it more because if you can help them at the beginning stages before they get to the effect, then bring the parents in. Yeah, that'd be. I say go that route. I bring the kids in, and then you know what I mean. I turn around and do it a whole nother route. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
but guess what? Them parents was adults before they had kids, right? So therefore, you get your shit right. You don't have to worry about your kids having those traits, is what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So the adult, because then it won't trickle upon the kid. It's happening to the kid because the adult is fucked up.
Somebody sent something in. You can see me.
Let me hold up. Kima, right. It says both because the adults now that have mental health came in a time where it was an embarrassment to have mental illness, and now they having kids that may end up with it. So start in adults, but if it catch to the kids, that will keep them out of the prisons. And I agree with you, Kima, 100%.
She right too.
100%. That's basically what I was just saying. Yes.
And look, and that's crazy because I ain't gonna switch the subject. I'm just gonna add this on. I was listening to Charlemagne on his other podcast. He was talking to Taxstone. If y'all don't know who Taxstone is, he like one of the goats of this podcast shit. So he locked up right now. And, he was just saying mental health in prison is needed. And he just said some different quotes. Well, he said different things like people are stressing about life. People are stressing that they held up on their cases because of COVID. He said people are losing their family because of COVID. You know what I mean? Them being locked up. He said people being locked up and stuff. People being locked up and stuff. People being locked up, stuffed in rooms with each other because of COVID. Meaning like they try to avoid certain things, so they put more people in more rooms. So if it's 2 to a room, or say it's 4 to a room or whatever the case may be, it probably about 8 people in the room now. So it's about 8 to 10 people. So he's saying that, you feel what I'm saying? He's saying like everything in prison, it's being forced together. He said one thing I can say. I said one thing I can say is that they don't help us. You feel what I'm saying? They don't help us. Plus, they don't help us. Like they don't help us when you coming home. Like that's what he's saying. Like that's why I say the mental health part. Like because you being in prison, that breaks you down. Like I ain't gonna front. Like I know a lot of people that were locked up. That shit breaks them down. Like I mean, be fucked up mentally. Like you can't talk to family members. You're not eating. Like you ain't getting no letters. You ain't getting no visits. Like that's fucked up. Like you kind of like sad. Like I ain't trying to be funny. Like you like more like sad than anything on an everyday basis. So you just like fuck everybody. So you fighting everybody. You want to be down with the gangs and all the other stuff because you don't have no outside love. You don't have nobody really showing you that. You feel what I'm saying? So like mental health is really like getting out of hand because it's like you putting us in a situation. Or say you go to the hole for people can't last in a hole. I was in a hole, bro. I think I was in a hole for like 30 days, some shit like that. Probably like 2 or 3 weeks. But you can't even like the hole is like you in a hole and you just in that motherfucking room. That's like again shut in the closet. It's like
what they put you in the hole for?
I got caught with the jack. I got caught with the cell phone.
Ah,
so, this shit was crazy. So
yeah,
they had me in a joint you just in this box and you got a little bit of air at the bottom of the window. I wish I could show you. It's at the bottom of the window, like you got a little bit of air back there, like, and that's it. You don't got no window, you got nothing, you got a sink, you got a toilet, and you gotta like really get focused on like doing shit. Like I used to read the Quran a lot. I wrote a lot of letters. You feel what I'm saying? I prayed a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I did a lot while I was in it to not be stuck into this shit. Like you stuck in this motherfucker, but you gotta do something. You feel what I'm saying? You can't be stuck in it. You'll go crazy. Like I was working out. So it's like you being that joint, man, people actually will break you down. Like then you ain't not I was getting letters and shit. You know what I mean? I was getting letters, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm niggas sending me kites. Like, yo, what up? You in there? You good, big bro? You all right? You know what I mean? You straight? Cause I was, you know what I mean? I was all right. I was cool. Everybody ate where I was at. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, niggas was checking up on me. So it's like when you don't get no love, that shit hurts. So that mental health, that's why I say if you're not getting that love at a kid, that shit affects you down. When you get there and you in that box, you start thinking about all that shit you've been like, damn, I ain't never had nobody. Fuck this shit. By the time you got that hole, you just want to kill motherfucker. You just want to fuck everybody. That shit breaks you down, bro. Like, and that mental health shit is fucking crazy, man. It's crazy in prison. Like, it's crazy in there. Like,
they don't have no therapist or nobody to talk to in there.
Now I'm gonna go back to what he was saying. He asked to talk. He said, "Yo, he said I was chilling. He's like, man, I might need to go talk to somebody." So he said, let me put a little card in for mental health. He said he put the card in for mental health and he still ain't seen the damn doctor yet. You feel me? So it's like, he like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, wow, like, what the hell? So, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying on that. Like, that shit, mental health, like she said, being, yeah, you see that, me?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Kima used to work up in a security joint in the prison. She know. I forgot that.
You see it? I ain't reading out loud.
I ain't read it. What? Do I gotta read it out loud for real?
Yeah.
Being someone that worked in the prison system for a long time.
I can't hear you, Meek. Your phone mute, Meek.
I
was telling you shit, Meek. Get what you saying? This shit mute a blooper.
Kima said, being someone that worked in the prison system for a long time, that is where the people with the mental illness end up because they don't have the facilities to help the mentally ill.
It's not that
she said you end up in the hole because they don't got nobody in there to help you.
Mental health is just important as physical health.
Right.
Yep. You take your kids to the physician, then why not take them to therapy? I agree. I do that.
And the third presented like it's on back hold because they don't want to get COVID. So they don't really want to see too many people. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to see too many people right now. Like it's bad. Like COVID is like worse than what it was when they shut us down. So
Yo,
it's
they
like
about to start letting people back out though. What you think?
they're already letting people out of prison.
For real? All right.
So, yeah, they already letting people out of prison. But it's like COVID getting worse. It's like they say out of 100 people, it's like out of 100 people, 26 people got COVID. This dude this weekend got COVID. Was at my man crib. He in the hospital right now of COVID. He's at my man crib this weekend. Like, it's crazy, man.
Damn.
It's crazy. COVID ain't going nowhere.
I started my living will because nobody know how this shit is like spread the way it is.
Crazy. It's funny. I'm not. Don't quote me. Disclaimer. Don't quote me on this. If you was outside and around people, you done got COVID. Not saying everybody got it. You done got traits of COVID because at the end of the day, it was airborne. So that's why it's making everybody stay in the house. So once you went outside and got around people, you don't have some type of trace of COVID. So it was like now they testing it. They testing this out. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just going off of what they're doing. They testing this out to see if we could be around people and how do it connect. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like people still getting it, but it's like who getting it, how bad they getting it, is they getting it bad enough? So it's like we still playing with this shit. We not understanding that it's getting worse because we don't want to sit down no more. It's like, man, people try to sit down. If you got a business, you don't want to keep letting your business fall. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to open up. So I get that. So it's like you got to do the distance and all that other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like nobody want to wear masks. So you go to the club, nobody want to mask. So it's like we guinea pigs to ourselves. I said that the other day. Like we kind of making ourselves guinea pigs because we just keep testing this shit. We keep testing the water. It's like we don't want to listen. So it's like we don't want to listen, but let's bring the stuff to prevent it. Like at least wear the mask. I understand you don't want to breathe. I know you're gonna want to drink. I know you're gonna want to smoke. So there's a lot of stuff we just gotta start just trying to do different. You feel what I'm saying? That's all. Like not trying to be funny, not trying to tell nobody what to do. Like if you want to go out, just like wear the mask. Like you feel what I'm saying? Just wear the mask because you gotta think though. If you right by somebody and they got COVID, they start coughing, you got COVID. It's like that. Like it's that simple. You feel what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like you can take.
You gotta wear that mask, kid.
Yeah, you can take a lot of things. Like just I gotta tell people, like keep your immune system. This is basically like an immune system disease. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you keep your immune system up, and you just try to stay healthy and just stay away from a lot of people. Like you kind of avoid that. Like, and it's so close to home now. People weren't playing with it. But they was like, he's still going out. But they saying like, you'll never know who you'll bring over to your crib. You feel what I'm saying, Clap? Like, you'll never know who you'll bring over to your crib. And then they can have COVID. So you feel what I'm saying? So that's crazy right there, bro.
That COVID on that money too, Holy. It's on that money. It's on that paper money, yo. A lot. I'm trying to tell you. That's why that's playing like that.
See what you said me? I can't see. Beautiful far.
But I definitely agree with you. Definitely got to wear that mask out there, kid.
Oh, my bad. My thing was muted again. He said, what happened to Dix? What happened to Holly Hill? Those programs wasn't the best, but the attention and training it gave to the officers was valuable. Now they just back to insects.
He talking about Dorothy and Dix.
They closed that down. Then he said preventative training procedures when encountering one with mental illness is necessary. And he says instead they batter, beat, abuse because they don't have training to recognize the behavior signs. That is true.
That's super good point, Mel. Super good point. That's a fact.
Right.
They just be thinking that's erratic behavior and just be going in and not understanding the fact them people been diagnosed. Like they not, mentally sane right now. They just reacting off how you reacting to them, and they take it as a threat and start shooting, hitting you with the stick, tasers, all that none of that shit. And that person really just crying for help, for real, for real.
I mean, sometimes like you have like meltdown and stuff like that. I mean, it's out of your control. A lot of times, it's brought on from extreme stress. Like a lot of fucking stress when you have like those episodes.
Get them triggers.
Yeah.
Shit trigger you and set you off, and then it just change your whole vibe. You know what I mean? And the officers or the people that don't have the mental health issues, they don't always completely understand that. But like I said, like I've been in these relationships with people that had mental health. So I mean, I got an understanding of it to an extent. But that shit is difficult to deal with, yo. Honestly. It really is. Without the fucking
It's all in it. It's all in what you want to do. Period. Because I had one that was able to, and then I had one that thought he could but couldn't, and was just couldn't. Just leave it at that. So it all depends on that person and what he's willing to do or what she's willing to do.
We talk about being in a relationship, dealing with the mental health. Well, how you feel about this then? Suppose you're in a relationship with somebody that got mental health. Does that mean I think that the person that doesn't have the mental health issue, depending on how the relationship is, it kind of, puts itself on that person too. What you think?
You wait.
You
So
see what I'm saying?
I'm about to see if I can break it down. So if I'm understanding what you're saying, so you're saying basically, if I have mental illness and then somebody's in a relationship with me, it's basically not a burden on them, but they dealing with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So it's almost like the person that really doesn't have the mental health issue now has to absorb your mental health issue. Not that it's a problem.
Nah, no. I don't agree with that.
It
You don't
also depends on
absorb
the
anybody's.
relationship.
No, you don't absorb it at all. You shouldn't absorb it. If anything, you could try to figure out like how to help or what kind of track that maybe to calm your mate down, or I mean, maybe have a discussion to talk. But if that's your mate, you should know what to do to calm her down, or in my opinion. But no, not to take on or observe. That's no. You shouldn't do that.
You should, but sometimes
That's
it
my
happens,
opinion.
though.
I don't know. I look in my relationships. I'm the one with the mental illness, so you might gotta ask somebody that dated me. I'm just saying. Like you frozen.
I am.
Oh yeah, your picture I ain't see moving.
I'm just saying, though. It just seemed like
Kima says, being in a relationship with someone with mental illness, you definitely have to have some education on it because you need to know how to help them. Yep. That or study your mate.
yeah, but even when you do all the required things
Anxiety.
to
How
help
about
them,
panic attacks?
huh?
How about panic attacks and you fall the fuck out because you having a damn panic attack?
Not all right. Look.
Oh, I'm reading the comments. Sorry. Because he was saying it brings on voluntary anxiety.
Yeah. Like, so if you got anxiety or you got bipolar, and like I've been in a relationship with somebody that was bipolar, not a short stint of a relationship with somebody that was bipolar, and I had to adjust to her mental illness, but it was a little bit too much out my range to deal with that shit.
And I respect that because you know what? If it's too much for you, then you should walk away. You should wait. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everything is not for everyone. And the thing I could say, I'm saying a person in that sense. It's not for everyone. Some people work, some people don't work. But if you find a mate that, and I'm speaking for me because I suffer from mental illness. I ain't gonna say I suffer because I don't want to say I suffer, but you know, I'm battling with mental illness. So I'm gonna speak for myself when I say, when you find someone that knows your triggers and know how to calm you down, like that's rewarding, because it's stressful for you to be like dealing with your shit. Then you got to deal with their shit. Then you got to deal with them trying to deal with your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. A lot. So yeah, I agree with the voluntary anxiety. That shit, it's some fucked up shit. For real.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
shit
like
is fucked up.
you know, yeah, it is fucked up. Like you know what you're able to deal with when it comes to dealing with people, and you know what you can't deal with. Is whether or not you're gonna be a man or a woman to say, "Oh, I can't do this," or "I'm not gonna do this," or "Oh, this is not for me," and fucking leave and stay gone. You know what I'm saying? But don't, like, if you trying to, I mean, it's open communication too. Like, you're trying to work through it or whatever, or how can I help? Shit like that. Or like I said, it's hard. It's hard on kind of both parts, because if you have somebody that's willing to be there and accept you, then they're gonna do whatever it is to help you get through it. Versus you got somebody that's just like, well, I'm gonna try to make this shit work. You know what I'm saying? But don't really want it to work. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no effort being put into that. So that situation is gonna be a really fucked up situation. So then you get to be bad on both parts, stressful on both parts. But you shouldn't absorb anything. That's too much.
I
That's
agree.
when
It's
you
too
gotta walk
much.
away.
You shouldn't have
That's
to
why you gotta
absorb
walk
it.
away.
You should
Yeah,
have. You should have your mental health issue. I should be able to help you with your mental health issue, but I should not have to assume your issue because you had it. Because it's that overpowering over you that it now inflicts into our relationship. Like that shit is no good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact. It's no good. Can't do it.
Right.
Can't do
But
it.
it's like what triggered that person to fucking set off though? You gotta think about that too.
Give a fuck.
But don't that take
And that's the
time?
Sometimes
part right there.
anything
You
and
don't give a
everything.
fuck.
Y'all can hear me?
Because you
Y'all can
don't
hear
give
me?
a fuck.
Anything
I
and
can hear you.
everything can set you up. Anything and everything can set you up. It only got to be nothing that's directed at me. It could be something that happened at work that set you off. But you around me and I get all the I mean. Like I'm cool.
Yeah, I
What
don't
you
like
mean?
shit like
What you
that.
mean by that,
Yeah, I don't
Kat?
like shit like that. No.
He's saying like you have a fucked up situation at work or whatever. Basically, you bringing the shit home. That's basically what he's saying.
Oh, show me the words.
Mm-hmm.
You be trying to deal with that shit.
Deal with
Yeah,
what
that's
though?
true too. But that I don't have to necessarily talk about mental health, mental illness, being in a relationship with a person that suffers or battling a mental illness. And I'm telling him, like, at the end of the day, like he said, you gotta absorb it. I'm telling you, you ain't gotta absorb it. Like it'll come natural. If you really want to be with a person, no matter what the fuck that person, all flaws and shit, it's gonna come naturally. Like you're gonna basically accept it. You're not gonna complain about it or none of that shit. Because guess what? You love your mate. You're willing to work through it with your mate. It ain't absorbing shit. If you look at it absorbing, you should have left a long time ago. You shouldn't even fucking stay.
So how do you work through it though?
Huh?
How you work through it?
I can't even tell you how to work through it, because sometimes people ain't meant for each other. That's just it. Like sometimes people are not meant for each other. Sometimes you try to make puzzle pieces fit that do not fit. That's just life and that's reality. And I think a lot of people would probably be less stressed if they realize that. If they realize that they should have walked away.
Man, beat.
What?
No, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead, preach, beat, preach.
No, I'm not preaching.
Preach.
I'm being for real. Like I'm being honest. Like I
He
said
got
many a
bars
time, like,
today.
yo, not for real. Like I'm telling you, like I'm not gonna sit here and talk about how much of a fucking raw bitch I am. Like I have conversations with any of my exes could tell you. I tell you, if I feel like this shit not working out, like I tell you, like, don't you think that we probably should let this shit go before we hate each other? You know what I'm saying? I'm that bitch. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? But you have people that won't. They won't. They still just stay in it and just stay in it. And it's like that shit unhealthy as hell for you. If you got kids, unhealthy for your kids. Sometimes people are just not meant to be together. Because like I said, your mate will understand, your mate will basically accept you. But you as a mate also have to understand where your mate is coming from too. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. So it could just be a fucked up situation if if you trying to make yourself be in a situation that you're not just like in it willingly. You know what I'm saying? Jamil says, thought in the service industry, we would put on the two faces, work home. When clocks in, we pay each other accordingly. That's the mental illness in itself. Well, yeah, because that's like what Clark said. Basically, you be at work, then you come home, and you done did some fuck shit at work or some fuck shit I'm having at work. You come home, and now you mad at me in the house, but whatever happened at work, I nothing to do with it. But then you come home from work, and you have dealt with some fuck shit at work, but you come home, now you got to come home to some bullshit, and you already had some bullshit done at work. So it's like, you got to be mindful. It ain't just the person that's coming home, it's the person that's home too. Shit be fucked
right.
up on both sides.
You right though. It do. But that's why I say sometimes it take. That's why I say it take time. It's time and it's a fight. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's really a fight, man. Like it's a real fight. Like it's a fight to the point where, like you say, me, it's to a point. It could be a breaking moment to the point where, like, damn, is this shit for real? Or and then when you sit back and you realize it, like you be like, damn, like was it that serious? Or you feel what I'm saying? But you be saying like, damn, why the fuck? What happened? What made it that serious? Or what made it go there? Like you feel me? Like what makes it go there? Like how it get here? Like dang, it got crazy. Like what the fuck?
Because
But, like
sometimes that person could maybe like get out of control with their anger, or maybe somebody misdirected their anger. It could be like a whole slew of different things. Sometimes it could just be you probably looking at your mate and like, yo, I really don't want to fucking be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be here. But instead of you being a man or a woman and telling that person that and let them fucking just go on and stop fucking being selfish. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of fucking selfish people nowadays, yo. People selfish as hell. And it's fucked up because at the end of the day, if you're not going to do me right, get the fuck on, period. But sometimes you got to be strong enough to fucking walk away, period. And you don't have that nowadays. Motherfuckers just be trying to hold on to motherfucking people because outside the shit look good outside, but inside you going through hell. Like outside shit may have looked real cute, but nigga was fucking stressed. A nigga was fucked up and the shit was fucked up in home. Like shit was fucked up. Belittled, like shit was fucked up. So honestly, yeah, to feel some kind of way about some shit, but then you look back like, damn, yo, this nigga or this bitch really didn't want to be here. But that nigga or bitch don't know how to let go. But because of outside shit looking real good, they want to save their face. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it gets fucked up at. That's where it gets fucked up at when motherfuckers try to save their face instead of being who they truly are. And that's why people be miserable.
And that's why I say that's my thing right there. Sometimes people be trying to save face so much to the point where like, damn, like that hurts. That breaks down more because you sitting in there, you going through all this. You're like, damn, do you really want a motherfucker to be there? And then you see a motherfucker leave or a motherfucker do some crazy shit and just some other shit happen. You be like, damn, why the fuck didn't he just leave? Like, damn, nigga was trying to, or some other shit was happening. You feel what I'm saying? Or you were like, damn, I didn't really, you didn't know what what was happening was getting so serious until it hit the fan. Then it's like, damn, if some shit happened, then it's like, who wrong? Is the person wrong that reacted, or is the person wrong that just kept holding on to the bullshit, just stressing it out? So it's like, that's a crazy situation right there, like what you just said. Because sometimes you could be fighting in the past, or some bullshit could keep coming up and it keep resurfacing to the point like, damn, if that shit gonna just keep resurfacing or just not working, just I guess you just probably just gotta let go. You feel I'm going? Like you say to me, like just let go, but then it go back to what you saying. It's too much outside face. You feel I'm going? Like,
but
man,
that's why I say
shit.
Fuck these people. Y'all think I be playing when I be saying fuck these people. Like, I'm serious. When I say fuck these people, I mean it. Fuck these people. At the end of the day, save face by fucking saving face by the person that you was in a relationship with. You may have kids with this person. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids with this person, save face by your fucking kids and your fucking husband or your fucking wife. You know what I'm saying? Or your girl or your boyfriend, or you know what I'm saying, your baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, be friends, co-parent. Like, did anybody fucking think about these kids gonna be fucked up in the long run? I don't think people think about it. That's why I said, like, the adults be needing the fucking therapy, because y'all be fucking these fucking kids up. When I say y'all, I'm talking about like these parents that need fucking therapy and don't get therapy. Like, y'all be fucking these kids up, and then when these kids be fucked up, then you want to look at these kids like, damn, I don't know what's wrong with them. Why the fuck they act like that? Because of you. You the reason. You the reason why this kid probably grow up and fucking just go set some shit on fire or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some crazy shit like that. You the reason why this kid may just like, oh, I wonder what this gonna feel like if I stab this person with this pencil. It don't just be like son and the kid. No, you the reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think that parents get that. When you break up, it should be peaceful. It shouldn't be like crazy. I mean, I learned that now, but yo, you already know my shit. Like, my shit was crazy at one point, but I think that if I can like stress that, I can't stress that enough. Like, it's better to co-parent and not be together and be friends than to fucking have your kid fucked up in the household, have your fucking husband all fucking miserable, or your wife all fucking miserable in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or have your fucking baby mother just like, oh, well, my baby father out here doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, just go your own ways. It'd be so much easier. I'm telling you, stress. I have not been sent to the motherfucking hospital in a very long time. My blood pressure has been A-okay. Telling you. That's the best advice I could give anybody. Like, you could love a person to fucking death, yo. But at the end of the day, everybody have flaws. And you could be willing to fucking deal with this person with these flaws. But if that person not willing to deal with you in your flaws, that shit ain't gonna work. Because it ain't gonna work one way. And I ain't no one-way bitch. And I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers out here ain't no one-way person.
But you just said sometimes it don't even be flaws. Sometimes people create flaws.
That's true. But that's what I'm saying.
People don't understand that. See, people don't be saying that part. Like, you could create that shit too. Like, not even knowing it. Like, you be like, damn, you creating some bullshit. But a motherfucker could see it. But when the motherfucker keep trying to, like, yo, I'm showing you. I'm telling you. I'm showing you. Like, I'm telling you, I'm showing you. So it's like you keep put it out there, and it's like, damn, like, what is it? So it's like, what's the next mission?
It ain't gonna work. You got to walk the fuck away, because you gonna be miserable as shit, yo. Everybody gonna be fucking miserable. Like, everybody gonna be miserable because you got one party ain't willing. And that's just it. I don't give a fuck. A motherfucker be like, oh, I'm doing everything I can. This, that, and that. You could be sitting here saying you do everything you can, but when you go to raise your motherfucking voice and start belittling a motherfucker, or you go to raise your voice and start motherfucking put your hands on motherfuckers, shit like that, that's just too much. You know what I'm saying? It went.
That's why I say that's why I say you don't, your reaction. That's why I said back to what I was saying. Like, sometimes your reaction could make it seem like, damn, this nigga just went fucking stupid. So it's like, oh, she just went stupid. So you be like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck going on? So it's like, oh, then it's like, now everybody's saying a fucking crazy side of you. So it's like, damn, you the bad guy. So it's like, oh, you the bad guy. So it's like, damn, what drove that bad girl, bad guy situation? Like, what drove that car there? So it's like, then that car could get driven there. But when motherfucker hit you or bump you some shit, you can't say nothing. So it's like nah, like you can't tell a person how to react off of their reaction. Like, you can't.
That's true.
Make nobody react different.
That's true. That's true. But when you got it, and that's the thing, you are absolutely correct. And that's why I say, when shit get crazy and shit go left, and your reaction is to motherfucking hit or fucking belittle me and make me fucking feel less than a fucking woman, or you make your fucking wife feel less than a motherfucking man, or less than a fucking woman, or you like make your fucking baby father feel, you know what I'm saying? If you gotta do that to a person to make yourself feel better, you need to fucking go find somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Because no reaction should cause any bodily harm or any mental harm. You understand what I'm saying? And when it gets to that point, like you have to find it in yourself to either be a better person or let the situation go. And that way you can be a better person in that situation.
But I get that part. You said that part. You defended a person that reaction. But what about the person that's making the person react like that? Like
nobody should make nobody. If that person ain't put their hands on you, or if that person ain't name call you, you know what I'm saying? If a person having a conversation with you, there's no need for you to be irate. Like that's not you. You have no control over yourself, nigga. You know I know. Like you have no control over yourself. And I have been there. Like, it's been times where I had to fucking take my kids. You already know I had to bring my kids to your house because sometimes I can't control shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay, but you need to be by yourself, not controlling shit. Go fucking do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Occupy your mind or some shit. And then come back and revisit the situation when you calm. Because when you talk to a person or, you know what I'm saying, or do something to a person when you're angry, you're going to regret that shit later. Especially if you didn't mean it.
And that's why I say back to the situation. So it's like you should accept the bullshit from the other person and just like before you react or if you're the person that react or just say some crazy shit, just leave. That's what you basically saying.
No, I'm not saying that you should just leave, but if you know what type of person, I'm gonna speak for me. I'm a hothead. So for me, when I feel like you saying fuck me and I just can't take it no more, so instead of me sitting here, I could curse, I could rant or whatever. But if I don't get up, thank God. You understand what I'm saying? I had to control myself in a lot of situations. And that took growth in me. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes it's hard to see that some people don't grow. They think that they grew, but they did not grow. So for me, I grew. So I had to say, you know what? I love you, but I love you enough to let you go. And that's what I had to do. That shit hurt it. And, you know, I had my days and shit. But did I make the wrong decision? Hell no, I didn't. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to find that strength in yourself. I don't give a fuck how much you love a person. Sometimes it ain't meant for people to be together.
You right. You right though.
That's a hard truth. That's a hard pill to swallow, but it's fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's life.
So why they tell people to go to see therapists? Like what's the reason?
Because maybe sometimes a therapist could help. You could probably have somebody to mediate and talk without the cussing, the fighting, you know what I'm saying, the belittling. You could have a mediator in there. So therapy will be good for that situation. But that's only if you want to work on that situation. But if you don't want to work on that situation, therapy ain't gonna work because you ain't gonna allow it to work.
Well, and if it don't work, what you mean by mediate the situation? Like, what you mean by that, though?
Because if you're saying like, all right, boom, I'm gonna use Shania and Samir. Just say those my kids, by the way. They're not a couple, but just say Shania and Samir. They just going at it. They can't fucking come to an agreement, nothing. But they love the shit out of each other. They don't want to fucking, you know, be apart or whatever the case may be. So, okay, all right, we're going to go to therapy. Let's try therapy. Now, the therapy may be a lot of people's last resort because you have a mediator that can mediate the situation that's not going to be biased. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be somebody that you don't know. So they're going to be somebody that, well, Samir's mom is taking his side or whatever, but then, Shanila's mom is taking her side. You know what I'm saying? It won't be that. It'll be somebody that don't know y'all. And it'll just be like a therapist that can mediate and maybe get y'all to a better place. And if that can't happen, then that means that you guys shouldn't even be. Like Shania and Samir, like, I'm sorry, but it's like you guys are it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to, you know what I'm saying? Last resort, I say last resort is therapy. If that don't work, I mean, I don't know what else can help you because you got somebody mediating for you.
But what if you can mediate yourself? And
if you a high head, you ain't gonna mediate yourself if you fucking yelling and belittling the motherfucker. That shit ain't gonna work. That's why we in therapy. Because we're trying for that behavior to stop.
So I get that part. So if that part do stop and then the other situation just don't change, then what?
I don't know what the other situation would be. So
because we like only talk you talking about the hothead. So say if the hothead did change the situation, what about the other person? They just didn't change.
But that's the thing. Like, what would be the thing to change? So if that person didn't change, then again, it's still then that mean that the person is not willing. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to find out what type of changes are you requiring. I guess that would be like a list, like a pro and con list or something that you would come up with. What would be the benefits to stay and what would be the benefits to leave? What would be the benefits if I work on this? And what would be the benefits if my mate work on this? You know what I'm saying? That is something that I had to do. You know what I'm saying? So that shit works. And if the bad outweighs the good, then you know what you need to do. But don't if the bad outweigh the good and it be like, oh well, it's good, the good outweighing the bad for your partner, and just because it's good for what it looks like on paper, but if you're not gonna look at it like how it is on paper, like, all right, well, this is all equality or whatever. Well, let me do this, you know, let me try to do this different. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
And the only reason I'm asking you no questions because them like real questions like I done got from people like people ask you certain people be asking you questions like sometimes you can't answer them, but sometimes you can give the best answer you can give them. But that's why I was actually getting it from a female point of view because I haven't asked them questions before. You feel what I'm saying? Like certain situations.
Right. So this is my thing. I feel like, sometimes people last in relationships for years and years and years and years and years, never have the marriage. Sometimes you have a person that been in a relationship for years and years and years and years and years and been fucking engaged for years. You know what I'm saying? Never got married. Sometimes you have motherfuckers that fucking been in a relationship, get married, and then they be like, damn, what the fuck? Why the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But at the end of the day, whatever your reason for was marrying, it had to be a genuine reason. If it's not a genuine reason, that shit ain't gonna work. And I think people fail to realize that too, because again, it's always the face of what the people see. And I feel like a lot of people just really can't get past of the people. Like, who the fuck is the people? The people not helping you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them.
That's a come with the hypocrite shit. Like some people that go through a lot, right? They give out dope advice, but they gonna do so much shit on their own. So it'd be like, damn, like.
And you know what?
But you never hold on. You never really know what's going on because you're not in that circle or you're not in that situation. It's like they really keeping their shit on behind closed doors. But you gonna be like, damn, like motherfucker, you done help motherfucker dress their whole shit, and then you go home, you be like, damn, that shit right. My shit ain't even right. So you be like, what the fuck, like. You know what I mean? Like you be like what's going on? Like what's the twist?
That be straining and draining because there was many times where my shit was fucking mayhem and my friends going through shit or whatever, and I'm like trying to deal with my shit, but then I'm still trying to help them get through their shit. But even with me helping them get through their shit, like for me, like I write shit down. Like I got like in the notebook that I got notes in, like I got fucking pages literally of me talking myself and trying to figure out how I was going to fucking leave a situation. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, oh, this shit just happened. It was shit that was accumulating. So that's more like what it be. It be shit accumulating, and you're trying to figure out your own shit. You could get somebody advice all day, but my advice to anybody, I could sit here, I could talk to you, I'll give you my opinion, but I'm gonna always say, when you're tired, you're gonna leave. But you gotta be tired. And just because a motherfucker proposed to you does not mean that motherfucker is worthy. Just because a motherfucker marry you does not mean that motherfucker is worthy. And I think that's what motherfuckers get it misconstrued at. Because at the end of the day, whether I was in a marriage or whatever, but guess what? What I would have stayed in that situation? No, I would not. I wouldn't choose to. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't choose to do that again because I know what it was like for me. But again, you have to have that strength to leave. But once you get tired, it's over. Ain't nothing and nobody gonna be able to say or do to make you stay.
You're right about that one. You're right about that.
At that point, it's gonna really be fuck people because it ain't gonna matter at that point.
And that's back to what we were talking about the spectators and things like that. Back to what Jamil was saying about spectators and things like that. That's right. Like it's always about people worrying about what's going on the outside, but sometimes it don't even matter. Like not saying that they gonna know, but it's like it's not their business. But I don't care if they find out or if they know because it's not their business. They're not helping us. They ain't doing it but breaking us. They probably the one in your inbox or the one on your text and telling you
telling you to go break up or telling you to leave the person. That's the corny part. Like people don't
But
even
that's what
try
I
to.
be saying. Is sometimes be like your motherfucking friends that be in your motherfucking ear spitting some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I can say. Like my mom, like she may be a lot of things, and I feel like she has a lot of strength, and I feel like she suppresses a lot of her strength, and I feel like she's worthy of way more than what she gets treated, and way more valuable than what she appears, or thinks she is. And that strength that she doesn't show, I feel like I have that. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like she stored that in us as and her girls. I don't know what happened with Tyree though, but I love you, bro. But I feel like she instilled that in us. And I feel like, once you find your fucking strength, yo, it's over for it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's any strong woman that have, children, that they instill those values in their kids. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's in a situation, they're gonna fucking, once you get tired, like, yeah, I'm out. I tried, but I can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? It's all in your timing. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe it won't be a point where you get tired, because maybe it'll get better. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in how you move. You know what I'm saying? Shit, pray about it. I know I be hating when people say pray about it, because, I ain't gonna say prayer don't solve all things, but prayer without work is nothing. And I don't think people understand that. So pray about it, work on it, and prayerfully it gets better. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I did that, but my whole thing was it wasn't for me. So when you praying on it, ain't you praying that you're gonna be with this person. You praying for the best situation, best outcome for yourself, or for both of you guys in that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
So
want to
what?
say I prayed for, but
So what if it's a friend? You go through that with a friend,
what do you mean?
like some mental health shit, like you feel what I'm saying. Every time you turn around, there's always some BS. You feel me? Like
With a
when we
friend,
go
I
through
mean,
that.
I had a friend like that. It's draining. It's draining when you battling yourself. Like it's very stressful. But like again, it's all in how you feel about that person, how much respect you have for that person, how much love you have for that person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're willing to put your shit to the side. But it's like if
But you
you
can have
keep
the
putting your
you can
shit to
have the
the
most
side,
respect. You can have the most respect for somebody, and that shit still don't even matter.
that's when it's time to cut ties. Like, I mean, sometimes you gotta know when it's time to just say, I can't. Like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I'm put it like this. Like, for instance, um, out somebody asked me to come back home during the birthday coming up. Okay.
Mm.
Um, I can't. I just left from up there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why you can't? You could drive your car. No, I can't. Why? Because I have, I got responsibilities here, so I can't do that this time. You know what I'm saying? Because I got plans to do something else at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. You got to learn to say I can't, and I had to learn that, because me, I'll probably be like, all right, I'm coming, and went, and then come back home and be stuck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just using that as a I can't situation. Like you can't do it no more. That's it.
No, I got you. No, I was good with that type of situation. But people be need to know that, because people go through that personally with friends and with relationships.
Family,
With the friends would be more like it'd be more like fucked up, because they be more like leaning on the friends, and be more like they kind of like take more of advantage of the friend, and it put them do more, because they know the family ain't really doing the shit. And it kind of it affect the friendship, to the point where the friend breaks down sometimes, to the point like, damn, why the fuck I keep taking this shit? You feel what I'm saying? But it's not personal. You know what I mean? It's not personal, but it's just like, I don't. Some people don't be some people don't be knowing that part. Like sometimes, like therapy with friends is needed too, but that's a good friendship. Like it's not
right,
just therapy with just relationships. Like friends and
right.
shit, they go to therapy too. Like you just don't ever really see that shit, because they're like, you got more, like you do that more like within your crew, or you could talk it
Mm-hmm.
in more of your crew than anything than in that situation. You feel what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
like it's needed too that way too. So that's why I kind of was happy we kind of like test this situation, because mental health is a situation, man. Like, and it's bad, and it affects a lot of things out here, man. And we need to talk about it more, because if we talk about it more, we can understand and try to help people out. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
and that'll help us out because we know what
Right.
to do and what not to do. You know what I mean? So
Right. It won't save so far.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So I trust self. You already know how we do, man.
Good show
We
today,
can't
y'all.
do it without y'all, man. Cook, you guys, you want to send a shout out before we get about it?
If you know me, check her out. Yo, she got all the bags, the jewelry, the rolling trays, dominoes. She crafty. Check her page out. She can put you on a flight, book you to Aruba right now for the low ski. You already know New Era Trucking and Towing, TNT Construction. I mean, everybody be out here, cheesesteak chips. About to hit the road, make some moves, kid. Basically, just keep everybody up, man. Stay up, stay safe, wear your mask, keep them hands clean.
Oh, I believe we got one more thing. Meek, you
It.
want to talk about your weekend? Your weekend you had with with your daughter, with the no bully.
Yeah, Nyla. Well, Shanila B. She did a no bullying party. This was her second year doing it. Last year when she did it was like her 13th birthday. I think it was kind of like a coming out party, but her 13th birthday, and she just wanted to do it where though the bullies and the people who were bullied could kind of come together in one space, party, have fun together, and kind of could get understanding from both sides as to why a person bully a person and how the bully actually how the person that's being bullied actually feels. So that's what we did last year, and it was like a ball type where they dressed up in dresses and suits. So this year she wanted to do more so just like a hangout type party thing, which was kind of pretty dope. So she did at this arcade venue, where the kids came, just dressed as usual. They was doing like TikToks, and she was able to talk about her book and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool. Like it actually was how she wanted to be. So that was pretty dope. And the kids were doing the praise dance. The kids then had a breakthrough. They had church and everything. Like
That's
had
what's
us
up.
all crying. One girl, she suffers from mental illness, and I've been I'm not gonna say I mentor her, but we've been in each other life involved in. Her mom is a really good friend of mine's. I want to say maybe about 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years. Either the first or the second fashion show, she's been a model ever since, and we have been like connected, and since then. And that was her first time actually singing in public at the event. Like they always, just had a real live church breakthrough on a good old Sunday. It was dope.
That's what's up.
You already
My
know,
daughter's
man.
14, by the way.
Say that again. We can't hear you.
I said my daughter's 14, by the way.
I got you. And I trust self, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. We love everybody, man. And we out, y'all.